We're here to talk about pets, pet nutrition, and wellness, anything that can help our fur children live a longer, vibrant, and happier lives.
All right.
Yeah. Welcome to
Welcome
Vital
to
Pet
Vital
Life
Pet Life.
Podcast.
Hi everyone! Today, we'll be talking about the top most asked questions about cats and kittens with Dr. Amber. Let's get started. This is Donnie, your chief treat lady.
And I'm Dr. Amber, your official veterinarian at Vital Pet Life.
Hi, Dr. Amber. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, Donnie.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to talk about cats. I love, love, love cats.
Yeah, me too. Like, I've been trying to familiarize, as everybody knew, I have a dog. I'm a dog mom, but I do love cats and kittens too, but I have no idea what the cats or kittens like really actually need, like what kind of care, or at the same time, like how do we really interact with them? Because they seem to be very
Yeah.
independent. Yeah.
Yep. And they are very different than dogs. In vet school, they like to say cats are not small dogs. They're totally different. So, yeah, so I'm excited to talk about this today.
I know, me too. All right, so let's jump in. Like we do have questions that was compiled by our team regarding about cats and kittens from Ask Anything by Dr. Amber on our website. So first question, Dr. Amber, how do we introduce a new cat, an adult cat, to a kitty at home?
That is a good question and super important because I see a lot of inter-cat aggression. So, two cats can be best friends or they can be worst enemies. And so the biggest thing is that we want to do a slow introductions. If you already have a cat living in your home, you want to bring the new cat in and you want to separate them so that they don't have any face-to-face interaction at first. They're going to sense each other. They're going to smell each other. They know that there's another cat in the vicinity, but you don't want to just jump right in and put them together. So you want them to be able to smell each other. And then, even if this process takes like a week or a little bit longer, like it's super important so that we try to prevent them from being enemies. And so, okay, so once they get used to each other, just smelling each other, they know that they're there together, then you can put them closer, still not face to face, where they
Wow.
can get at each other, but so they can see each other. And so they're seeing each other from afar, but they can't fight. And so once that process kind of takes hold and they are calmer in each other's presence, then you can start like maybe moving them closer together, a little nose to nose, and then eventually just really close supervised time together. So just really slow introduction. The other thing that I would really recommend is a pheromone called Feel Away. So most cat owners probably have heard of it. And it comes in a spray or a wipe or a little plug-in type thing where it circulates in the air. So I've seen a lot of improvement in cats' stress, and particularly in multi-cat households with Feel Away. So, when cats come up to you and they rub their chin on you, it's actually that pheromone that they're leaving on you that Feel Away has been able to manufacture. The cool thing about it is that humans can't smell it. Like I can't smell it in the air, but the cats can smell it, and it's the calming pheromone for them. So Feel Away is recommended for that situation.
That's amazing. It's like the opposite of how you introduce dogs. Because like dogs, you kind of wanted them to smell each other right away, make a feel if they're pretty much okay together, and then
Yeah,
have outside before going in one home together. Wow,
right. Yeah.
that's
So
the
slow
opposite.
introduction.
Wow. Okay, let's go to question number two. How long do cats live? Yeah, how long do they live? Is
Yeah.
that true? They live like 7 lives, or they have 7 lives?
I don't really think that's true, but I've seen some pretty tough kitties that survive some crazy stuff. Yeah, so the average lifespan for cats is 12 to 18 years old. So most of them will live, into early to mid to late teens. My
Mhm.
first kitty, she lived to be 18 years old. I had
Oh,
her from elementary school to undergrad. She lived a long time.
Was she a rescue?
No, I was so little, I don't remember where we got her, but she was an indoor outdoor cat at first and then kind of transitioned to indoor only as she got older. Yeah, at 18 years old, she died of kidney disease. But
Oh,
that, for her, that was a good long life.
yeah. Well, the next question is connected to your experience with cats. Is it true that male cats are friendlier than female cats? When you have a female.
Yeah, I never, even in practice, seeing male and female cats, I didn't really see a difference. I think the biggest difference is the breed. Torties, which my cat was, she was a feisty tortie. They tend to be like feisty and a little more standoffish. I've met a lot of super sweet orange kitties and some that are a little spicy, like redheads. So, to me, it's not necessarily male or female, but the breed. Although intact male cats, especially like outdoor intact male cats, they just have that drive to fight. And it doesn't, I feel like those intact male cats are more aggressive toward other cats. They're just asserting their dominance. They've got testosterone coursing through them. And so, yeah, get your cat neutered.
I was just about to say that. Like,
That's an easy, yeah.
it's an easy win. Okay, the fourth one. Oh, okay. So neutering, yeah, it does like connect to the fourth question. This one is like, how long are cats pregnant?
Yeah. So their gestation is averages 63 to 65 days. So just a little over 2 months. And they can get pregnant over and over and over. I mean, they're not quite as prolific as rabbits, but they can have several litters a year. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, spay and neuter.
Yep. Spay and neuter.
Okay. Fifth question. What's the good weight for cats?
Yeah. So unlike dogs where you have, teeny tiny teacup and giant breed dogs, cats are mostly around 10 pounds. Most of your, common domestic cats average about 10 pounds. So rather though than, and I know we've talked about this before, but I think it's super important, their body condition score. And so, you should be able to rub your fingers across their ribs and feel those indents without pushing in. When they're standing and you look down on them, they should have a little indent at their waist. Yep, a little hourglass figure. Normal cats, though, cats of normal weight have a little fat pad on their bellies between their back legs. It kind of jiggles when they walk, but as long as you can feel the ribs and see that indent, that fat pad is normal.
Okay.
I mean, if it's dragging the floor, then that's probably excessive weight.
Poor cat. Like, why did you have to?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, number 6. Why do cats eat grass but dislike water?
Yeah. So domestic cats are descendants of desert cats. So they have the ability to really concentrate their urine and keep more water inside. So because of that, they don't have a big thirst drive. Like if you see a cat drinking water like a dog, it's lapping,
There must be something wrong.
that's abnormal, actually. And I would bring your cat into the vet if you see him drinking as much water as a dog. They're just not designed to do that. So as far as eating grass, though, I think that most of the time they just like it. They like the taste. They like the roughage. A lot of cats and dogs, for that matter, in the wild will eat grasses like that. So most of the time, I think they like it. Occasionally you can see them if they have an upset stomach, chew on that and it causes them to throw up because they can't digest the fiber in the plants, or nutritional deficiencies, but that's really uncommon. If they're on a, high quality, well-balanced diet, that shouldn't be an issue.
Oh, yeah. So maybe that's the reason why cats have like kidney issues.
Yeah, I think that it hasn't been definitively proven, but don't take this as Dr. Amber said it and it's absolutely true. But
Mhm.
I do think that when we're feeding kibble to cats, they may
Mhm.
be constantly dehydrated, and that could definitely hurt their kidneys. So
Yeah.
I don't have a kitty in my house right now, but if I did, I would probably feed them like 90% wet food.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
just to have more water intake because they
Mhm.
don't drink. They're just
As-
not made that way.
Yeah. Like, well, I got the hydrocare goo for Tuxedo so that I could encourage him to drink, but it was supposedly for cats, and I have no idea that there was a certain supplement or, product out there that encourages cats to drink water. But
Yeah,
for Tuxie, I just need to put a little tiny bit and put it in his water, and he
yeah.
thinks that it's another meal, so he drinks water.
Well, that's good that he likes it.
Yeah, so that's why like now I'm like, oh, maybe I can put a little bit of broth. Like I've been trying to make broth from scratch, and I've been putting it in his water, and I'm glad that he's drinking water. And
Yeah,
I feel like too he likes and he realizes like how important water is, because like he likes to mark and he pees, and I could feel that he feels so much better. He's more like
yep,
active, healthier. Like I can see how much of a spike like he can run around. His activity level really went up now that he gets to drink more water, pee, so we have more time outside. So yeah, water is
good.
very important. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, why do cats sleep so much? I don't know that. Do they?
Yeah, yeah. So you think of wild cats, where our domestic cats descended from, and they're hunters. And
Yeah.
so most hunting animals, wild cats, they sleep most of the day to conserve energy so that when some kind of prey comes by or they need to hunt, they have a lot of energy saved up to hunt. So our domestic cats still have that in them. And so that's why you'll see, sleeping most of the time, but then they have these short bursts of, running around the house or playing with toys. But it's really like a short, strong burst of energy, and then they have to sleep it off.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't know because I don't own a cat, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of like the mountain lion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yep.
barely, no one haven't seen him for like years, and all of a sudden during COVID, he just started walking off.
Oh, wow.
All right, next question. It's a different topic. Maybe we can talk about wild animals eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What vaccinations do cats need? Yeah, what do they need? Is it regular routine vaccinations, shots that dogs get, or like what do they have?
Yes. So the only one that's really the same in both animals is rabies. So
Mhm.
rabies is required by law. And fortunately, it's not super common in the United States these days. About 1 to 2 or 3 people a year die of rabies in the United States. But there's still tens of thousands of people that die of rabies around the world. So
Yeah.
it's a real threat. And because of the high mortality and the threat to humans, as far as I know, every state requires rabies by law. So they have to be usually 12 to 16 weeks old before we can give them a rabies vaccine. The other core vaccines for cats is the FVRCP vaccine. So that covers calicivirus, it covers feline herpes,
Oh.
and panleukopenia. So we call it the feline distemper shot. It's
Mm.
kind of a misnomer because that panleukopenia we call feline distemper is actually a feline parvovirus. So
Oh.
it acts the same. I'm sure, a lot of people are familiar with parvovirus from dogs. So
Yeah.
the same thing happens in cats: severe vomiting, diarrhea, immune suppression, and death. Like, it's a very serious disease. So I recommend every kitty get that FVRCP or distemper combo shot. So they'll go through their kitten series with that and then continue as adults. And then the last one, feline leukemia, is outdoor cats are more at risk for it. But what I usually recommend is that even if they're going to be indoor only kitties, there's a risk that they escape or, have contact with another kitty. So I
Yeah.
do recommend that kittens at least get the kitten series of feline leukemia, because that protects them when they're young and they're most vulnerable for getting feline leukemia. There's there's a couple of other shots that have been on the market here and there, like the FIV or the FIP. I have never given a cat those vaccines. I don't think that they're really effective, and they're not that common either. Not that the diseases are not that common, but that just every vet clinic that I've worked for does not stock those vaccines because we just don't find that they work that well. So distemper and leukemia and rabies are the core vaccines for cats.
Wow. Well, thank you for enlightening us, Dr. Amber, because I have no idea. Okay, number 9, the best supplements for cats or kittens. What can you recommend?
Yeah. So I think that most cats and dogs can benefit from fish oil. I just think they're so good for their health, their overall health. And so from kittens, I would say, 8 to 12 weeks old, you can start giving them salmon oil. And then when I've used glucosamine chondroitin a lot in older cats, I think that cats, they can be tricky to diagnose with arthritis. I think that they're a little more, it's just harder to see their signs sometimes because they do sleep a lot. I think it's more evident in dogs, if that makes sense. Like cats hide it better, I think. Yeah. If you have an older kitty who's, maybe sleeping more or not going up and down the stairs like they used to, like I would definitely recommend a veterinary exam. But I think that glucosamine and chondroitin can really help just lubricate those joints, decrease inflammation.
Yeah. And these are just like the basic, right? When do you think, at what age do you think you can start supplementing with glucosamine, with chondroitin for cats? 2 or 5?
Yeah, I would say like middle age.
Okay, just like dogs then. Yeah, again, supplements are pretty much more preventative. Yeah, you shouldn't be giving it because you see the need, or but I think if you're more proactive owner, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And, we've talked about this in dogs, but it's equally as important in cats is to keep them at a good weight, make sure they're active, that they're getting a high quality diet. I mean, that's going to go a long way just for their overall health, but to keep their joints healthier too, without that extra weight and inflammation that comes along with weight, which I think indoor kitties are safer. Like it's just a dangerous world out there, but they tend to get really heavy because they just don't have as much opportunity to exercise. So we just want to, give them as much playtime as we can, feed them an appropriate amount so we're not overfeeding for their activity level. And then those supplements to keep their joints and their heart and skin and all the other good things that salmon oil does for them.
Yeah. Well, I think you just answered the last question, which is like the benefits of real cats. Yeah. Well,
the other thing I didn't mention, there have been studies that show that salmon oil decreases the progression of kidney disease, which is a big cause of it's a big disease in cats. I mean, lots of cats get kidney disease. And so salmon oil can decrease inflammation in the kidneys and slow the progression of kidney disease too.
That's amazing. Well, there you go, guys. Fish oil or salmon oil.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Amber. Like, this is such a good discussion regarding cats and kittens. Like, I would want to have more conversation and education regarding like cats. Because like, as I said, like I have no idea how to take care of cats. And I've been slowly getting myself involved with the kitten rescue. Like I literally just talked to the lady that rescues the kittens. And she was talking about like how feral cats are pretty mean. And then at the same time, like they have a really good way of like hiding their sickness. Yeah. As you mentioned. Yeah.
For sure.
They can... Yep. Unlike dogs, right? Dogs are pretty dependent on their own. Talk people that has cats and also fosters and help these animals. Yeah, I think the more we get to know stuff that about how to take care of these animals, we can put it out there to our audience and at the same time to our clients in Vital Pet Life. Yeah, like how important. Yeah. Don't forget to follow our channel for more talks about pets, tips, advice, and fun stuff.
Happiness, vibrance, and longevity for our fur babies and our planet.
Thank you for tuning in, our dear listeners. And this is Donnie, your Chief Treat Lady at Vital Pet Life.
And this is Dr. Amber, your official veterinarian at Vital Pet Life. Have a paw-tastic day. Until next time. But she was kind of an indoor. Oh my gosh. Something just fell off my wall.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Maybe it's the energy of your
Scares
cat.
Okay.
Energy of your cat.
Sorry. Let me back up.